Oh my God, the inertial dampeners are going offline here. Wherever you are, whenever you are, thank you for watching Bitcoin Morpheus. You take the D pill and you watch your wealth hyperinflate away. Or you take the B pill and watch as your wealth increases. I'm here joined with Inti Combo.
Hello people, how are you?
And we're like, oh my God. We can't believe it. It's crazy, right? Bitcoin has taken off as a rocket. And what, as you said, Inti, what did PayPal do?
You just lit the rocket.
Yeah, exactly.
The gas was already there.
Exactly. They just lit the rocket. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy ride from here on out. You're going to see prices go up like crazy and down like crazy. That's why I got the red and the green. And we're going to be talking about, the hyperinflation that's coming. And effectively, I just realized that if you have Bitcoin, you will be noticing that everything's hyperinflating, right? As price of the value of everything, it gets cheaper and cheaper rapidly for you.
While you're deflating.
Yeah, so you're hyper deflating. Right?
I think it's the right side of the game, if you ask me.
Exactly. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that in today's show. Also, we're going to be talking about let's see here. We're going to be talking about the the adoption curve, right? And what that is all about, and that's going to blow your mind, and you're going to be wondering who would not be buying Bitcoin right about now. This is just insane because we're just coming into a curve that will blow your mind. Also, we're going to be talking about taxes, how that implicate with Bitcoin, right, and so forth. And of course, all the different corporations piling in to Bitcoin right now. It started with just one, and everybody just started running in like all at the same time. And wait until there ain't no FOMO like a rich person FOMO, right?
Yep.
All right, but before all that, we're going to be talking about the TA for today, and then we're going to go on to question and answers only for the live stream. If you missed the live stream, right, you could join us in the live stream by entering the DJ15 group, right? The link will be in the description below to join the group, right? And instructions will be provided on how to join the group so that you can participate in our live streams. All right. With that said, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market. And I didn't include the disclaimer in the last video, so it also counts.
Exactly.
Just for you to know.
All right. Let's get on to the TA, man. Everybody wants to know. Especially the people on the live stream, they want to know can I trade this? Can I get some of this hard-earned cash, this easy cash that's coming, right? Because Bitcoin's going a lot higher, and you want to get some of the cash, right? So Bitcoin is probably going to take off, and might most likely take out the 13.8 level, most likely. And go at least to the halfway through, maybe even halfway through this reload short zone before we get hit. Maybe even Blake take that out. Who knows? But right now, we have to go by what the charts are telling us and look at what we can figure out as what's possible and what's the most likely scenario, right? Because anything can happen, right, at the same time, but what's most likely to happen? All right, so let's deal with that. All right, so let's start with the daily and figure that out. So, I don't know. Do you remember in your training, Inti, that a 61.8 return, right, with the AB equals CD is the most likely target here? I mean, this is like what's called a trade location, right?
Yes. as close to the 61.8 of the retracement, the better, because the setup becomes more symmetrical. But it also counts.
Exactly. So, as you can see, Bitcoin did pop from this level and then return to the 61.8. Didn't go as far as the 78.6, and we started to pop from here. And there we go. This would have been the trade of a lifetime. I mean, I was like talking about this in our Telegram group, man. Just if we can get in at 10,004, we did not, and it just took off, right? So here we are, and where we could see Bitcoin at least turn around or pause for a bit is right here at the 1.27 level, which is 13,339. So you can see that's a possibility, and you could also go to the 13,38, which was, as we said, right here. Look at that. That's right the last top here of Bitcoin. So you could see that they line up perfectly. So that's probably the most likely target for Bitcoin, 13.8. Most likely target. The next, if we don't hold this level, the next target will be the 14,288. Is the next most likely target should we fail to hold back the bills at this price of 13.8. This will be the second target. This is the final target, I think, where Bitcoin will probably roll over and see a massive drop. Now, keep in mind, these massive drops could be as high as 30%. Right? 30%. Meaning right back to where we were. So keep that in mind, right? 30% drop is normal in these bull markets of Bitcoin. So, yeah, don't bet the farm on anything as you're leading up. So make sure you have your stop losses set. Make sure you're ready to take on any kind of scam wick that Bitcoin provides. Because they're going to do a lot of them. A lot coming up, right? Because remember what we said, right? Remember what we said when we started the show, right? The inertial dampeners are offline, right? We're like this. No. Right? So Bitcoin is going to make things a little rough on traders. All right. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame, right? Let's start with 4 hour, might as well. 4 hour says, yeah, power move, but you know what? I'm looking at the SARS, and the SARS is going, watch out. There is coming a FU move. It's coming. So this is called the Lucid SARS, and they basically tell you where to stay in the market. So, for example, if you took when I took this long, I should have just moved the stop. If you just move your stops to this level, right, as it goes, right, move your stop to every single of those plus signs, right. That's how you would trade with the Lucid SARS. So I should have done that, but that's what I did. I just wanted to take profits here at the 12,000. I did, and it looks like I left a lot on the table. But who cares, right? I made money, so that doesn't matter, right? And I have lots of Bitcoin, so who cares? If I missed a little bit. Yeah, that means that this thing is going to continue to rise, but there's going to be a wick that breaks this. So keep that in mind. You can see that finally the 4 hour histogram is trending downward now. So we are coming close to the end of this move. We're not at the beginning of this move. So be careful with all your trades. Okay, now with that said, still Bitcoin's got some more room to run. How can you trade that? Well, it's only scalp trades, and scalp trades are brutal. They're just brutal. You're just gonna have to accept that as a fact. Most of your scalp trades are gonna fail. They're going to fail because they basically there's all of a sudden there's a wick that comes down and just wipes out, closes, just hits your stop. Every single more often than not, right? So you have to accept it. So what are you looking for? Well, you were looking for some W's, right? There were some nice W's, right? And then they screwed you here, right? As you were trying to, oh yeah, there's a nice W, and no, this is what your stop would be, and then, no, we're gonna wipe you out. So this is going higher. This is going higher. It looks like it wants to take the.
That's
take
exactly what I like using the 3 high-low method. For
Yeah.
example, if you use the 3 last lows from that W that you just mentioned, you wouldn't have been stopped.
Which one? Which right here?
Yeah, that's the third one.
This one, yeah, this one stops you. No, oh, you just by a hair.
See?
Just by a hair,
That's what I mean. You know, it's very common.
right? So yeah, this. So if you had to just put this, so what he's trying to say, right here, is that if you had placed your stop at that level, you would not have been stopped out. So let's just say you were looking for an entry point, right? And you're looking at for W's. You got a W here, and you go, okay, I'll wait for the next one, right? And then you go, okay, well, it's not a great W, but I'll take it, and I'll just put my stop over way down here. And yeah, that would have kept you in this market. It would have been quite scary. And of course, this would have happened like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning.
So you're probably not there to watch it.
Exactly. So yeah, probably not going to be an easier trade to watch and get into this. But hey, this is when the market's really volatile. This is where you make the most money, actually, when you're trading on a scalp.
Or you lose the most money.
Exactly, that too. But it always, like, this will go on for quite some time, because when we have a volatility this big, right? Both the upward movement and the downward movement will give you serious amounts of profit, because they move extremely fast. Now, as you can see, you can't chase this. It's kind of late. It looks like it's already going to take off. Can you get into this in any form? I have a trading pattern which I don't trust that much, so take it with a grain of salt. Is that to take the lowest point and then look for a 38.2 pullback, and buy that stop loss 61.8, right, or 78.6, and hold that trade. And that's one of the ways to hold that I've, I was researching it. It's just that there isn't enough, technical information for this trade to work very well, because you need more than just the one reason, which is the 38.2, to help you ensure that you get in on a trade properly. That's not going to stop you out. All right, we've talked about Bitcoin enough, and let's head over to Ethereum, find out what she's doing. Yes, she has left the building as well. All right, and let's see here. Do I have that video? Yes. Yeah, she is gone. Right, she's not holding back. If we get a day of when Ethereum 2.0 comes out, you just hit the buy button and nothing else. Just hit the buy button and nothing else, right? And you will do well on Ethereum once we get up to that day. And then you go, okay, I'm starting to sell out on that day. You sell that on the day of that Ethereum 2.0 is launched, because we all know this is, buy on rumor, sell on fact. Please, that's a standard thing to do. Alrighty, so so where is this thing gonna go, right? Let's just see here. Let's just see if we can figure out where this Ethereum might take us. So if we go to do an AB equals CD here, and let's just see if it's a classic one. Let's see here. I'm gonna hide all the different stuff here and hit on off. And then this is a clear W, so let's go all the way to here, right? And delete that and go all the way up here. And then let's take the fibs and see if this was a nice classic 38.2, and I don't know why I've got extensions here, but I guess because with everything, oh well, this extension is it's not working, but that's okay. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, Inti.
Oopsies!
Look at that.
I like what I see.
Yes. Alrighty. So let's just take this up.
Copy that AB.
Clone that.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
I know, exactly. Same here. Same here. Same here.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, yoy. So 600 looks like to be close to 600. Seems to be the target. Wow.
That looks pretty.
Wow. Yeah, man. Gotta like that. I like it like that. Oh, baby, I like it like that. Wow. And yeah, Ethereum just decided, okay, yeah, fine. I'll join the party already. Like, really, fine. Whatever. Oh, my goodness.
It took it a while.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It took its time, man. It took its time. And this said, yeah, I'll join the party. Alrighty. Well, all right. Well, I think we've talked enough about both Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let's go on to the next topic of today, which is I want to talk about the hyperinflation, right? That's happening as hotels are disappearing, right? This one report says. I have to tell you about a story. This reminds me of a story of when during the hyperinflation of Weimar Germany. And I want you to share this story with all your friends, right? And share this link, right? We're going to have the timestamps below, right? And this story is about a bellhop in Weimar Germany. There was this information. This story is not been confirmed, right? But it's one of those long tales that everybody talks about, right? When they were fleck blacked at the hyperinflation of Weimar Germany. This bellhop received an ounce of gold as a tip from some rich patron to his hotel, and he was so excited about this ounce of gold that it was at the time it was $20 US, and he's so excited he took it home and he put it away and put it in his sock drawer, and during the hyperinflation, at the peak of the hyperinflation, he was able to purchase the hotel for that 1 ounce of gold, right? And why is that, right? It's because the hotels back then were loaded up with debt. They had to. It made sense because you know what? If the value of your money was dropping really fast, right? You would go and take your property and get a loan on it really fast, quickly here, and then purchase, basically. Purchase whatever you need to purchase, right, with that debt, and hopefully, because the hyperinflation is occurring, you'll be able to purchase it back once you save it with something that's going to hold its value. Well, I'm telling you guys, right now, here, let me just find that link where I mentioned that if you purchase, let me see, I tweeted this out. Here we go. Let's see here. The power of Bitcoin. No, where is it? Yes. If you have 1 ounce of one Bitcoin, just one Bitcoin, whatever crazy idea that you think you have in your head that you want, you will get it. Because everything is loaded. Whether it's loaded up with debt, whether it's a G5, whether it's a hotel, whether it's a friggin' Manhattan building, it's loaded with debt. And I bet you'll be able to take 1 Bitcoin and go and freaking buy that.
I like the Manhattan building.
You'll be able to go and buy it. There'll be a point of time you'll be able to take 1 Bitcoin and go and buy it. Whatever you think that might be impossible, you'll be able to go and buy it. Right? Once the hyperinflation hits with the US dollar, right? 1 Bitcoin will buy you whatever you want. All right, so consider that. All right, next topic is, right, the FOMO has begun. It has begun. This list, I remember when I saw 3 people on this list, 3 companies on this list. And it is growing fast and furious, right? We've got a new company joining with 10% of reserves. I mean, like, one person went 100% of reserves, another 1%. Let's just say all the Fortune 500 just did 1%. What would that be? That's 1% of 5 trillion, right? Is not $50 billion. Now remember what Willie Woo said, right? Just $50 billion moves Bitcoin to $50,000. You could take that to the bank. So, yeah, and I think they're going to do more than just 1% in the end. I think they're going to have to go at least 10%, so that if 10% on the other side, 10% and 90% on the other side, so that if they're super wrong about a Bitcoin, they feel that they're wrong, they still be able to get to survive with the other 90% in other assets. So that makes the most sense, right? But if they're right, Bitcoins will eclipse the other side of their 90% and be able to keep them whole on the other side. So 10% will most likely be the average, and yeah, that means $500 billion, a half a trillion, will be flowing in to Bitcoin from the Fortune 500. And that's just the Fortune 500, right? Those companies. Not to mention the CEOs and stuff, they have their own private money, right? Their private billions. Imagine how much they're going to put in. Or what kind of FOMO they're going to do. Whew! You think the Inertial Dampeners are offline now? Oh, man, yes. PayPal lit the fuse, right? I mean, thank you, PayPal, right? There's a little bit of a warning here. I get the feeling, right? Remember what we read yesterday, that the central banks gave them the nod. Yes, they kissed the ring, and they said, yes, you may, sir, accept Bitcoins and trade them. But I bet you this is the deal they made. They can't own Bitcoins. The corporation can't have any actual Bitcoins for the people, right? They can only give them a derivative of Bitcoin, meaning that they will they'll be holding the opposite side of the bet. And you're like, wait a second, right? Well, what happens when Bitcoin rises and they don't have the money to cover it? The central banks, which they've done before, will give them the money, whatever losses that they've taken. They probably haven't signed a contract with the central bank, which to say, hey, listen, if I lose, right, money on this deal, you're going to pay for it. And the central banks, they've done this with J.P. Morgan when J.P. Morgan took over Bear Stearns. You can take a look at that and find that, hey, you know what, J.P. Morgan, when it took over, what's it called, Bear Stearns, right? They got a guarantee from the central bank stating that any losses that they concur by the holdings of positions by Bear Stearns, they will cover it. So that includes the silver short, massive short that they had on silver, and yeah, they just continued with those massive shorts because the central banks are going to cover any losses on them. So you could expect that going forward. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I want to ask if anybody who's watching the live stream right now, if you could find the audio clip for this, right, where it's like Inertial Dampeners are offline, and just place the link in the chat room or something like that, so Inti can grab it. I want my editor to add that into the what's it called, the edited version, right? And he'll probably edit this part out as well. Okay, on to, all right. Our next topic is, this beautiful picture, right? Which is an NFT, which one of my subscribers made. He's giving it to me for free. I'm gonna accept the gift, and I just need to like find the message somewhere in my huge Telegram list of messages.
I said you privately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I didn't get that message, right?
Yeah. The person that made the piece of art sent it to me and said, "Hey, could you forward this to Davinci? I made it with a lot of effort and love." And I said, "Of course, I forward to you."
Okay, cool. I'd like to see if he's giving me this this artwork. I would love to have it. It's excellent. I think it's great. Adoption. The adoption curve is a known curve for software developers, and people who design technology items. Right. Basically, one of the things it has is the innovators, right, and then a chasm here. There's a chasm between the entry between the innovators and the early adopters. Between here is really hard to jump any technology to jump that chasm. But once they jump that chasm, it's just like a rocket ship ride up, right? And then it's a slow hell downwards, right? After that, because it's just the late people and the laggers like Peter Schiff that gets it last, right?
Where are we in the curve right now?
So right now, I feel that we're in the curve. We're right here.
What?
We just jumped the chasm. With PayPal, we just jumped the chasm. Think about that.
Really?
Because
I thought we were way later.
yeah, we jumped the chasm right now. I think because he's saying there's 2.4. Now he did say that his numbers might be off. There might be less, I think, because I don't think there's that many people. 2.5% of the population that has Bitcoin. Highly doubt that.
I really thought that we weren't early. Well, obviously you do, but for example, if I start buying Bitcoin right now, that I have very little amount, I wouldn't consider myself an early adopter. I would consider myself early majority.
Yeah, so I think we're here, the innovators, early majority. I don't see us in the early adopters, but with onboarding of PayPal, this jumps us into the early adopters phase rapidly, and so effectively, this could possibly mean that Bitcoin might continue its bull run, well into 2022, right? Meaning that we might see a little bit of a pause, right? Sometime in saying, okay, that's it, everybody get out, it's done and finished. But really, it continues on as the early majority actually joins in the party at the same time. So basically, this will be the 2021, and this will seem like the peak right here at the top right here. And then all of a sudden, there's new people. These new early majorities decides, I'm coming in, and only to wipe out the late majority. So that's probably what's going to happen. And wherever I'm willing to bet a lot of money, and I'm going to probably bet my own stash that I'm going to be selling into gold, actually, Bitcoin. At the top will be when the ETF comes in. Because then the ETF can get the late majority, right? So these guys will sell to these guys, right? And wipe them out. So I see that as the next bull run. Okay, taxes, right? According to Biden's plan, capital gains will be raised from 21% to almost 40% for certain income brackets. Don't expect that. Oh well, I'm poor, so that doesn't count for me. Trust me, the Federal Reserve will make sure that you'll have lots and lots of dollars, so that they can pay their tax, so that they can collect their taxes. Okay.
And whatever value, don't ask that.
Right? Yeah, exactly. They don't care. That's why they want to raise. That's why they want to print more money, so that you get more dollars, and they get more taxes. Because the taxes are only for the rich, but they're gonna want to make you rich, right? And when they make you rich, right, you have to pay more taxes. Don't worry about the fact that you can't buy anything more. And this is classic for all the Democrats. Taxes, right? They just want to raise taxes. right? And yeah, if you don't believe it, right, this is on newspapers and stuff like that. So it's coming. And it doesn't matter. You know what? You need to. If Biden wins, I think it's a good thing. Americans need to suffer just like just like the Californians, right? And then realize, yeah, this is a bad idea, right? But like Inti said, that they may not be able to get rid of the socialists once they get into power. So
Because they changed the laws in order
Mhm.
to never lose an election again.
exactly. So
Careful with that.
yeah, that's the scary thing about the socialists when they get into power. All right. Well, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe and click the subscribe and the like button, and don't forget to hit the all because that's very important as well. The YouTube algorithm has changed, and you need to hit the all so let YouTube know that you want everything notified from me. And yeah, also if you want to join this live stream, right? There's going to be a link in the description below. I'm going to add that right now. You could enter in the group, and you could have access to the next live stream without getting the token. But you got 24 hours to get the token, and then if not, the bot will kick you out. So. Yeah, thank you for watching, and we're gonna be doing the what's a question and answers period for anyone that is watching the live stream. Cheers, people.
Bye.